Hello, my name is Chris, and I'm taking on a challenge this year to raise awareness of myalgic encephalopathy, or ME, you might hear it referred to, or chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm taking on a challenge to run 2,015 miles across the whole of the year to help raise awareness of this illness. The reason I'm doing it is my wife was diagnosed with ME just over 3 years ago, and we knew very, very little about the illness, and we've realized that it's something that so many people know very, very little about. It's a very misunderstood illness. Nobody really knows what causes it. There's no cure. People suffer wildly differing symptoms and effects. Some extreme effects being that people are bedridden, literally unable to lift their head off the pillow, and others, suffer less severe symptoms, but life-changing all the same. When my wife was diagnosed, I wanted to do something which I felt would help, would support, and would make a difference in the fight, for helping to find out what causes ME and potentially a treatment for it. I did all the normal things. Obviously, I do stuff around the house and support as any loving husband would do, but I wanted to do something a bit more. So I saw an advert for a half marathon. Now, I'd never done any significant running at all in my life, so this would be quite a big challenge for me. It's something I'd wildly in dreams always thought of, thinking, oh, that would be really nice to do that. Never really took any kind of serious steps to do it though. So when I saw this half marathon, I thought, excellent, that's what I want. That's something that's going to challenge me, and it's going to help me raise some money for a local ME charity, which we discovered and have been hugely supporting in our time since my wife was diagnosed. So I signed up and thought, if I sign up, I enter, I've got to do it. So did that, completed the half marathon. I was absolutely over the moon to have done it, raised some great money for the charity, and kind of fell in love with running at the same time. And I've been running ever since. I've completed about 4 half marathons, I think it is now, and raised probably just over £1,300 for my local ME charity, ME Northeast. So back end of last year, I was thinking I wanted to do something that was a bit more extreme, a bit bigger, something that would really help raise awareness of this terrible, terrible illness, which so few people know anything about. I wanted it to be something to do with running, and I wanted it to really challenge me. I wanted it to be something that was going to challenge me in respect of the amount of energy I would expend, how I would manage sort of physically, so muscles, joints, this kind of stuff, to try and give me a tiny bit of an insight into possibly how ME sufferers, feel, the kind of things they have to deal with, lack of energy, exhaustion, pure exhaustion, and lots of different pain issues that sufferers can deal with as well. So I had this crazy idea now, when I look back at it, of running 2,015 miles across 2015. I came up with the idea because it sounded quite catchy, to be fair. Didn't really put a lot of thought into exactly how far 2,000 miles is. So anyway, got it out there, put a message out there, set up a Facebook sort of community. People kind of bought into it really quickly, and I thought, well, crikey, I'm actually going to have to do this now. So New Year's Day this year, I went out and completed my first miles for this challenge. And it was then I started to think, crikey, how far is 2,000 miles? And I discovered that if I were to run from my house in the northeast of England for 2,050 miles, it would take me almost to the Kremlin in Moscow. And when I think of it in that way, I think, crikey, that is quite a long way. So anyway, got into this. Been doing it now for about 9.5 weeks, coming up on 10 weeks, and we've just broken through the 300-mile mark, which I'm absolutely over the moon with. Bit behind schedule. I've had a couple of little niggles, a couple of little injuries, bit of illness. So I'm playing kind of catch up a bit at the moment. But yeah, it's going really, really well. we've had some great publicity, and this is all about raising awareness. It's all about trying to get the word out there about this, like I said, this terrible, terrible illness, which changes people's lives. It's changed our lives, an awful lot from what we used to do prior to, my wife being stricken with this illness. And this is all about trying to raise awareness. So getting publicity out for this challenge is as much what we're trying to do as raise some money, which we're also trying to do as well. Had some local publicity, which has been great. Local paper, local sort of websites, that kind of stuff. And I'm a huge Tranmere Rovers fan, so yeah, don't hold that against me, whatever you do. And hugely for me, they put something in a match day program, which for me was like, it made my week. It absolutely made my year, to be honest. I had an absolute really, really pleased and so proud to be mentioned in a match day program. So this is kind of the next step in trying to get this message out there about the challenge that's been going on, to get people interested in it, to get people following it, and really kind of spread the word as far as we can. So we've already set up a few different places. There's our Facebook page, which you've got the address just there. So that's facebook.com 2015 for ME. We have our Twitter account as well, which is at 2015 in 2015 for ME. And also there's our Just Giving page as well, which is justgiving.com/teams/2015 in 2015 for ME. Now we're supporting 4 different charities, 3 national charities and our local charity, ME Northeast. We've raised just under £400 at the moment, which I'm absolutely over the moon with. But like I said, the real thing about this is getting awareness out there. The money we raise is a brilliant, brilliant bonus, but it's all about awareness. So this is what this video is about. It's asking people to watch it. If you like what you hear, if you're interested in what you hear, come along to the Facebook page, follow the Twitter account, share this video with your friends, family, whoever you want to, and really get this message out there and let people know what's happening. We've got 10 months to go, so we'll be sharing lots of updates about how things are going, sharing some information about the illness, about the research that's going on, about what's happening, and yeah, just really just trying to get the word out there about ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, and really make people understand that it's not just that illness, where you get really tired. There's an awful lot more to it. It's so much more severe and life-changing than that phrase ever gives it credit for. So this is the first one, I hope, of many videos that I'll be doing over the next sort of 10 months. If you've liked what you heard, like I say, come along to the Facebook page, give this video a share, and I'll be back very, very soon to give you a bit more of an update about how things are going. So thank you ever so much for watching. It's a pleasure for me to do this challenge. I'm really, really enjoying it. It is hard work, and I'm a bit worn out, but I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, hopefully to speak to you again very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.